The elite intelligence operatives and spies within the order of the Illuminati networks are known as insinuating brethren. Indeed, when one is brought into these networks, he is termed as having been insinuated. And these networks are part of an overall agenda by Anglo-German secret societies and intelligence networks, which seems to be coming to fruition with the hegemony of the NATO order. Indeed, the Bavarian Illuminati networks were technocrats, and they in themselves linked to the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, which is the main pan-German intelligence network, the Abwehr Continuum and continuing Nazi network, which has much influence in Anglo-American intelligence circles as well as French, and also across the intelligence structures of the Russian Federation. Indeed, the Bavarian Illuminati networks and the German military intelligence networks, the precursors to the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, had much influence on the secret societies that led to the foundations of the original Nazi Party networks. Indeed, there was the Novo Ordo Templi of Georg Lanz von Liebenfels, which was very similar in structure to Ordo Templi Orientis networks, although it may have slightly predated those networks. And also there were the networks of Guido von List, namely the Guido von List Society and the Armanenorden, which were both linked to the Bavarian Illuminati and Thule Society networks that spawned the National Socialist networks in Germany. Indeed, these themselves were linked very heavily to British intelligence. Indeed, much of British Freemasonry is Illuminized and thereby subject to the insinuating brethren, who are very deceitful intelligence operatives and are not only spying on their enemies but are spying on each other all the time as well. And this is a circle of blackmail and intrigue which continues on. Indeed, the whole British government is blackmailed in some way, whether that be by the insinuating brethren, the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, the Russians, the Israelis, or the Chinese. The entire British government is completely under blackmail. Indeed, as I was stating, the original Bavarian Illuminati were technocrats, and they themselves were heavily interconnected with Rosicrucian and Masonic orders within British intelligence. And James Tilly Matthews, the first documented targeted individual who was being attacked with mesmerism by Illuminist cadres, had surmised a connection between British intelligence, Prussian intelligence, and the Jacobin networks within the French Revolutionary movement, which is very interesting. Indeed, Prussian intelligence and Bavarian intelligence were heavily instrumental in the creation of the Bavarian Illuminati networks, and Prussian intelligence also oversaw the right of strict observance and various Rosicrucian networks within Prussia, aligning with the interests of the Illuminati in Bavaria, which were all intelligence operations very much linked to the British intelligence operations, which were spanning Europe at the time. Indeed, the French Revolution dealt a blow to the Vatican, whereby the Vatican was unable to collect tithes in France, and lost much of its revenue. Indeed, this was part of a longer-term agenda by Templar, Rosicrucian, Masonic, and Illuminati networks to eventually dominate and subjugate the Vatican hierarchy and bring those networks within their fold, which is what is occurring now with the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst holding a lot of influence over specifically the Jesuit and the Franciscan orders of the Roman Catholic Church, and the British intelligence services holding much influence over the hierarchy of the Vatican also, especially via the current Pope, Pope Leo XIV. Indeed, it seems the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst use the Insinuating Brethren of the Order of the Illuminati as a cover for their pan-German operations. Indeed, the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst has heavily penetrated British intelligence, but it seems that British intelligence, Secret Intelligence Service, and the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst goals are generally quite similar. It's merely an interfactional squabble between these two networks. Indeed, British intelligence and the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst have much control over the US agencies and also the Russian intelligence networks. Indeed, in a quite interesting sequence of events, the Mossad was trained originally by the Gehlen organization, which were a branch of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, though heavily embedded within the CIA and MI6 intelligence structures. And yes, the Mossad and Shin Bet were trained by Nazi networks linked to the Gehlen organization. Indeed, Otto Skorzeny, a key Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst operative with his own fascist international networks operating out of Madrid, was a key operative of the Mossad and engaged in many covert operations with the Mossad networks. Indeed, it is interesting that the Mossad never really hunted very hard for Nazi war criminals and fugitives in South America, though there are theories that the Mossad agreed not to in exchange for the creation of the State of Israel in the beginning, but I do not know. Indeed, there has always been a linkage between the Hebraic intelligence networks and Nazi continuums, which I have spoken about before. Indeed, the Insinuating Brethren are seen very much within British intelligence circles and within the guilds and lodges of British Freemasonry, which is majority percentage Illuminized and therefore subject to the authority of the Insinuating Brethren. And there are many Insinuating Brethren of German extraction within the network, in inverted commas, which is the key entity of Masonic intelligence. And indeed, it could be argued that the Order of the Illuminati has dominated British and French Freemasonry since the 1780s. And this is documented in John Robeson's book, Proofs of a Conspiracy. Indeed, John Robeson was a former Illuminist himself who whistleblew on the agenda and basically was one of the first to expose the networks. It was interesting that he was operating at the same time as James Tilly Matthews, who was being attacked with animal magnetism linked beams and was under the influence of mesmerism. Indeed, mesmerism was a key Illuminati mind control technique of the time, and the Illuminati at the time were experimenting with beams, which were the forerunners of the psychotronic weapons we see today. And James Tilly Matthews was most probably not alone. Indeed, he believed that these Jacobin networks of Illuminists who were operating the influencing machine that was attacking him, he believed that there were networks of these Jacobin Illuminist mind controllers outside all of the mental hospitals in the United Kingdom, which probably was the case. Indeed, the Bedlam lunatics and schizophrenics have always been the target of the Illuminist networks. Indeed, in the 1770s and 1780s, the Bavarian Illuminati networks were buying poor children from families with vulnerable economic situations and were basically taking off a bit of their skulls and experimenting on the brain by effectively leucotomies, attempting to harness the life force of these miners for some sort of Illuminati experimentation whereby they could begin to map the human brain, clone the human brain, and manipulate the human brain, which was part of the technocratic agenda. And as I have stated, the insinuating brethren of the Illuminati were technocrats and had a long-term agenda, which is only really coming to fruition and is becoming evident in the modern world with the rise of the technocratic order in the NATO countries. Indeed, the insinuating brethren are operating through various intelligence agencies which are licensed by respective governments, especially in Britain, America, France, Germany, and Russia, and are basically an agency within an agency, just as in Masonry they were known as a secret society within a secret society, whereby you had your Masons and then your Illuminized Masons. Indeed, I'm not sure where I'm going with this morning, so I'm going to leave it there. But yes,